Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how's life? I hope you are all in a good condition. So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here with me again, Chyntia, in another learning. So, today we are going to learn about the verb phrase. So, let's start now. Firstly, let's discuss about a verb and a phrase. As we know, a verb is a word or a combination of words that indicates action or a state of being or condition. In the other, a phrase is a group of words, function as a meaningful part of unit writing a clause or sentence. So, what is the verb phrase? A verb phrase is a synthetic unit consisting of an auxiliary or helping verb preceding the main verb. By understanding verb phrase is helpful when we speaking, writing, and avoiding grammar mistakes. So here are the list of the verb phrase that we are going to learn in this video. So the first is transitive verb, intransitive verb, transitive verb, intensive verb, complex transitive verb, prepositional verb, and the last is imperative. So, are you ready? Let's start now. Okay, transitive verb. A transitive verb is a verb that can take a direct object. In the transitive verb, the action must transition through into an object in order to complete the meaning. So, a verb phrase using a transitive verbs has to have a direct object. And let's take one example. Kate huge the baby. Can you identify? Can you mention some verbs use a transitive verb? Okay, let's draw the tree diagram. This sentence is saying that Kate huge the baby. Firstly, we have to put S as a subject, and then we divide into two diagrams, NP and VP. NP is a noun phrase and VP is a verb phrase. In the noun phrase, we divide into one is noun. We can write noun as N, and then in the right side we have verb phrase. We divide into two diagrams, verb and noun phrase. The verb is as huge. The noun phrase is determiner and noun. Be as determiner and baby as the noun. The next is intransitive verb. Do you guys know what is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb is defined as a verb that doesn't take a direct object. That means that there's no word in a sentence that tells. Let's take a look at the example. The sentence is Ken snores. It's a simple sentence, right? So in this simple sentence, we define that Ken is as noun and snores is a verb. Just two elements in here. We can draw the diagram as usually as, and then we divide into two, NP and VP, NP as a noun phrase and VP as verb phrase. Yes, Kate as a subject and snores as a predicate. There's no direct object. Okay, the next is the transitive verb. The transitive verb requires two subjects, direct object and indirect object. So we can see that a transitive verb is one of that takes both a direct object and indirect object in a sentence. So let's see the example. The example is Ray told the children a story. Okay, first we identify Ray as a subject, told as a predicate, the children is indirect object, and a story is direct object. Let's draw the tree diagram. Here is the tree diagram of the sentence. Ray told the children a story. Okay, firstly, we put S and then we divide into two. It's required. The two is NP as a noun phrase and VP as a verb phrase. In a noun phrase, we categorize in noun because there is just Ray. Ray as noun, and then in the right side we put VP. We divide into three: verb, noun phrase, and then noun phrase again. Noun phrase consists of determiner and noun. Told is as verb. The is a noun phrase. Children as noun, and as a determiner, and story as noun. It's very easy and simple, right? The next is intensive verb. An intensive verb we can see as be, seem, appear, become, look, and etc. When we found those words, you can see that those words are intensive verb. The word that using be, seem, appear, become, look, and etc. are an intensive verb. Transitive verbs function as the subject complement. So let's see the example. Okay, the sentence is Sally became a doctor. Let's draw the diagram. Okay, the first that we have to write is as subject, and we divide into two as required: NP and VP. NP is we categorize in noun as Sally, and then became as a verb. It intensive verb, and then as a determiner and doctor as a noun. It's very simple and easy, right? Okay, the next is complex transitive verb. Okay everyone, in English grammar, a complex transitive is a verb that requires both a direct object and another object or an object complement. In a complex transitive verb, the object complement identifies a quality or attribute pertaining to the direct object. A complex transitive verbs in English include believe, consider, declare, elect, find, judge, keep, known, label, make, name, presume, pronounce, prove, read, and so on. So, I have one example in a sentence, and the sentence is Kate thought John a fool. Let's identify in the tree diagram. Okay, the first, Kate is as subject, Toad is a predicate, John is a direct object, and a fool is object complement. The complement relates to the object, everyone, not the subject. The complement is called an object complement. So let's draw the tree diagram. Okay, firstly we put as a subject and we divide it into two, noun phrase and verb phrase. Kate is a noun, Toad is a verb using complex, John as a noun, as a determiner, and a fool as a noun. So it's easy, right? On the next is prepositional verb. A prepositional verb is an idiomatic expression that combines a verb and preposition to make a new verb with a distinct meaning. A prepositional verb requires prepositional phrase such as glance, learn, prefer, glance, and lean on or refer to. Everyone, the function of the prepositional phrases is prepositional object or PO. Let's take one example. The children glance at the picture. The children. We identify first is as. We divide into two, noun phrase and verb phrase. The children. Okay, in the previous example is noun. In the children, we put determiner as D and children as noun. And then glance. Glance is the verb of complex transitive verb. And then the next is add. Add, the function add is as prepositional. And determiner, the, and noun in the pictures. So the children glance at the picture is easy, right, to identify. And the last is imperative. Imperative is used to give comments or instruction in the sentence. Okay, let's see the example. Close the door. Can you draw the diagram? Close the door. Firstly, we have put as and then we divide into one. It's verb phrase. Why we don't put noun phrase? Because there are just two words that say close the door. We identified close as verb and the door as determiner and noun. The as determiner and noun as the door. Do you get it? It's easy, right? Okay, everyone, we have learned about the verb phrase. I hope it helped you to understanding the verb phrase, and I do really apologize if I had a mistake. I think that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.